Oh, you did it. Ah, you're gonna get it.
Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick. Acting like they know me, cause I am going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick. Acting like they know me, cause I time to bring the bass bird.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders.
We got this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Hunter need that. Hunter not gonna beat that nigga. Yeah, that's impressive. I like that. So he's strong left.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back.
Oh, you gotta get through that.
And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some
Bobby,
serious
man.
pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm sick of that shit. Hold on.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a... Gain of 6.
Nice play, baby. On the tackle. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Mike 50.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Monday, down. You ready? 15, check back 15. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things.
And he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
And now out comes Minnesota. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Three down.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Back at the 23-yard line.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Wild Bill. Nice 57. Hey, Delta. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Hey, let's get there. Check nickel. Kill. Later one.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Flushed out right. This is caught. It's Ryan Brand. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Down. 180. White. Check 25. Check.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Double time.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Hey, check, Mike 57. Hey, no, easy. All right, no,
On 3rd down, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go. Do it.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A reminder coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Carr completes it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I'm going to hit you all.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Carr now to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Check.
Now Carr again. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Trucks through it.
Oh, man, right through it.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss and just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. On first down, it's Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. On 2nd and 12. Carr. Now Brown. Oh, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A first down throw for Cousins. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Bailey's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
First. Hey, wahoo!
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Five.
Now Cousins. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
On the ground, it's Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
Yeah, baby.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 10-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check girls, check girls. Slip.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Barely got the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
185. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you.
Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. Flush to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And Diggs has it. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw it is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Come on. Come on.
Cousins from the gun on third. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
27-yard line.
Now, 180. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Carr now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run it again with Cook, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
You better be afraid.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Vikings on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Man open left side is Brown. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start the drive with Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Brings up second and 12 at the 36-yard line.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Third and long for Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
What down? Boy! Like 50. Right here, right here.
Carr now on first down. Oh, he's got his man open out of the backfield. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The tight end Luke Wilson was the target, and it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Carr. They're able to locate Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Into the red zone, it's Carr. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Carr. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Let's get off the field.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Now Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
55, mark, 55. 55. Hey, Charlie.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. His pass caught at the 4. Now Brown, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Jim.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. With it is Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. But he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jahan, 50's the mic, 50's the mic. I'm coming.
Cousins to throw. Going deep for Benjamin. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Vikings, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a